Ever wondered how you would fare in a winter wilderness, armed with nothing but your wits and a few essential tools? Imagine the thrill of battling the elements with survival as your only goal. Today, we delve into the realm of Arctic expeditions in winter survival games, where every decision could mean life or death. Every great adventure begins with a plan. In the virtual world of Arctic survival, this principle holds even more truth. Preparation is the key that unlocks the door to success, and it's not just about packing the right gear. The right gear, of course, is vital. From insulated clothing to ice axes and high-energy food packs, each item in your virtual inventory serves a unique purpose, offering you a lifeline in the harsh Arctic wilderness. But gear is just one part of the puzzle. Understanding the game mechanics is equally important. How does the game respond to your actions? What triggers an avalanche or the appearance of a polar bear? By mastering the mechanics, you can anticipate challenges and respond effectively, turning potential threats into opportunities. Setting realistic goals is another crucial aspect of your Arctic expedition. Are you aiming to survive for a week, a month, or perhaps even a year? Your goals will shape your strategy, influencing everything from the pace of your exploration to the management of resources. But remember, in the unforgiving Arctic, overreaching can be as dangerous as underpreparing. So take your time, learn the mechanics, choose your gear wisely, and set achievable goals. Because in the world of virtual Arctic survival, preparation and planning are not just about progress, they are about survival. Remember, in the unforgiving Arctic, planning is not just about progress, it's about survival. Surviving the Arctic is a test of skill and sometimes creativity. The winter wilderness is a world of beauty, but it's also a world of harsh realities. Your survival depends on your ability to adapt, to learn, and to employ a range of skills and techniques that are specific to these icy extremes. Let's start with shelter. In the teeth of a blizzard, a snow shelter can be a lifesaver. They're surprisingly effective at insulating against the cold, and there's always plenty of building material on hand. The key is to build it just big enough for your needs and to ensure proper ventilation. Remember, even in a game, the principles of survival are grounded in reality. Next, we have fire starting. In a winter environment, this can be challenging. Snow and ice can quench flames, and finding suitable fuel can be tough. But fire is essential. It provides warmth, it can be used for cooking, and it can signal for help. So, mastering fire-starting techniques in snowy conditions is a must. Scavenge for dry wood, and if necessary, use a fire starter or accelerant to get things going. Foraging for food is another critical survival skill. The Arctic is a barren place, but not devoid of life. Learn to identify edible plants and insects, and if you're lucky, you might even be able to catch some fish from frozen lakes. But be mindful, the Arctic is a delicate ecosystem. Take only what you need. Lastly, navigating through blizzards. It's easy to get disoriented when the world around you turns white. Learn to use landmarks, the stars, and if available, your in-game compass. Keep your bearings, stay calm, and remember that blizzards, like all storms, eventually pass. Master these techniques, and you might just survive the longest night. The Arctic can be a beautiful yet brutal environment. Its serene landscapes can quickly become treacherous battlegrounds of survival. In the realm of winter survival games, the environmental hazards you face are designed to mimic the harsh realities of the Arctic. First, let's talk frostbite. This occurs when your character's skin and underlying tissues freeze due to prolonged exposure to cold temperatures. To mitigate this, ensure your character is properly insulated with warm clothing and try to minimize exposure to the elements. Next is hypothermia, a condition where your character's body temperature drops dangerously low. To avoid this, consistently monitor your character's temperature, seek shelter, and utilize heat sources like fires. Avalanches, although less common, can be devastating. They're usually triggered by noise or a sudden shift in weight. So, tread lightly in areas prone to avalanches and always have an escape plan. Wildlife encounters can also pose a significant threat. The Arctic is home to formidable predators like polar bears and wolves. To minimize the risk, learn to identify animal tracks and sounds and keep your distance. If an encounter is unavoidable, use your survival tools to protect yourself. Remember, Every hazard in the game is a test of your preparedness and adaptability. Your objective isn't just to survive, but to thrive. Learn to respect the environment, understand its dangers, and adapt your strategies accordingly. Treat the Arctic with respect, and it might just let you live. In the Arctic, resources are scarce, and every decision counts. Just like in the real world, resource management is a crucial part of survival in winter-themed games. It's not just about gathering resources, it's about using them wisely. Let's break this down into 3 areas: rationing, inventory management, and crafting. First, let's talk about rationing. Food and water are your lifeblood in these frosty landscapes. Consider every meal a precious commodity. It's tempting to feast when you stumble upon a cache of food, but remember, the Arctic is unforgiving. You never know when your next meal will come, so make every bite count. The same goes for water. Melting snow is an option, but it uses precious fuel, so always keep an eye out for other sources. Next, we move on to inventory management. Your backpack isn't a magical bottomless bag. Space is limited, and you'll need to prioritize. Essential items like clothing, tools, and medical supplies should always have a place. But what about that extra can of food or piece of wood? Remember, every item has weight, and carrying too much can slow you down, making you an easy target for wildlife or the elements. So choose wisely. Finally, let's touch on crafting and scavenging. The Arctic may seem barren, but it's rich in resources if you know where to look. Fallen branches, discarded cans, even debris from a long-forgotten crash site can become valuable assets. Crafting is your key to turning the mundane into the extraordinary. That piece of cloth can patch up your clothing, while scrap metal can be fashioned into a useful tool. Scavenging and crafting not only maximize your resources, but also minimize the need to carry excess weight. Every decision you make, whether it's eating that last piece of food, picking up an extra tool, or crafting a new item, can have far-reaching consequences. But remember, the Arctic doesn't reward the reckless. It's a game of strategy, patience, and careful planning. Manage your resources wisely, and they will see you through the harshest winters. Survival is not just about enduring, it's about thriving. In the hushed silence of a winter wilderness, each step you take whispers a tale of exploration and discovery. Winter survival games aren't merely about weathering the storm. They're about the joy of unearthing secrets hidden beneath the snow, the exhilaration of stumbling upon uncharted territories, and the thrill of facing unique challenges that push your survival skills to the limit. Imagine this: a shimmer in the distance catches your eye. You trudge through the snow, curiosity piqued, and lo and behold, an abandoned cabin. It's a treasure trove, stocked with valuable resources that could mean the difference between life and death in the harsh winter wilderness. It's moments like these that make the frostbite and the hunger worth it. Or consider the adrenaline rush of uncovering a hidden cave, a shortcut through the mountains, or even an elusive animal track leading to a much-needed food source. Each discovery is a victory, a testament to your perseverance and adaptability in the face of adversity. But it's not just about the tangible rewards. It's about the journey, the stories you weave with each step you take in this snow-laden world. It's about the sense of accomplishment when you conquer a daunting obstacle, the thrill of the unknown, and the satisfaction of knowing that you've left no stone unturned in your quest for survival. Remember, the thrill of survival is not just in living, but in discovering what lies beyond the next snowdrift. Succeeding in the Arctic is not a solo endeavor. It's a place where the collective strength of many triumphs over the lone wolf. In the chill of the virtual tundra, the warmth of community and collaboration can be your greatest ally. In multiplayer winter survival games, the benefits of banding together are numerous. Teamwork, for instance, is a potent force multiplier. A well-coordinated group can accomplish tasks faster, tackle larger challenges, and withstand greater threats than any single player. Trading resources is another advantage. Perhaps you have an abundance of firewood, but a dwindling food supply. Another player might be in the exact opposite situation. By trading, both of you can balance your resources and increase your chances of survival. Sharing knowledge and strategies, too, can be a game changer. Maybe you've mastered the art of building snow shelters, while another player is an expert at navigating blizzards. When you share your skills, Everyone in your group becomes stronger. These are the threads that weave the fabric of a successful Arctic survival experience. Alone, you may survive, but together, you thrive. In the Arctic, a shared fire is warmer and a shared victory sweeter.